Abedi Ayew, known professionally as Abedi Pele, is a retired Ghanaian footballer who served as captain of the Ghana national team. He is considered by many African football experts to be the greatest African footballer of all time. He found fame in France's Ligue 1 with Lille OSC and Olympique Marseille. Three of his sons, Ibrahim, André and Jordan, have also become internationals for Ghana. Ibrahim and André were selected for the 2010 FIFA World Cup, while André and Jordan played at the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Early life: Ayew was born into a family in the town of Kibi and grew up in the town of Dome at the northern outskirts of the city Accra. Playing career: Abedi Pele was one of the pioneers of African football in Europe. Abedi Pele was one of the first great African players to make an impact on European club football. He played for teams in Switzerland, Germany, Italy and most famously France, where he was very instrumental in Marseille's prominence in the European Champions League during the early 1990s. Amongst his international accolades, he was often included in FIFA All-Star selections and captained the African All-Stars in their victory over their European counterparts in the Meridian Cup of 1997. He left Ghana after the 1982 African Cup of Nations to join Al Sadd in Qatar for a transfer fee of $1,000. After a short spell with FFC ZAR 1/4 Rich in Switzerland, he returned to Ghana but, after both Kotoko and Hearts of Oak failed to sign him, joined AS Dragons FC de Loa Copyright of Benin. He would later return to Ghana and play for Real Tamale United for a season. He started his career in Europe with French Association football club Chaminade, subsequently joining Montpellier and Lille before transferring to Olympique Marseille. He later joined Lyon. He also played for Torino of Italy, where he was named Best Foreign Player in Serie A and finally rounded out his European career with 1860 Ma 1/4 NCHEN. Abedi Pele went on to sign a 2-year contract with Al Ain Club in the United Arab Emirates and was nominated one of the best foreign players to play in the UAE League. He was the captain of Ghana's national football team for 6 years and was one of the first African football players to earn a top placing in FIFA World Player of the Year voting in 1991 and 1992. He is arguably Africa's most decorated and honored football player ever, winning the France Football Magazine African Player of the Year award 3 times, was the inaugural winner of the BBC African Sports Star of the Year in 1992, and the corresponding Confederation of African Football award twice. He was also awarded the Golden Ball Award for being the best player at the 1992 African Cup of Nations, and was the man of the match in Marseille's historic European Champions League final win over Milan in 1993. Abedi Pele played for Ghana 73 times and is considered the greatest football player in his country's history, and among the best in Africa. Until June 7, 2013, when he was surpassed by Asamoah Gyan, he was the top goal scorer for Ghana's Black Stars with 33 goals. He was a fixture in the African Championships of the 1980s and 90s with his national team, and a member of Ghana's victorious team in the 1982 African Cup of Nations, but he never had an opportunity to play in the FIFA World Cup, as the Black Stars failed to qualify for the competition during his career. However, he was arguably the most dominant figure on the African football scene for nearly a decade. His performance in the 1992 African Cup of Nations is often cited as one of the most outstanding football displays by any player in a single tournament. His native Ghana reached the finals of the Cup that year, only to lose on penalties in the final to Caf after Abedi was suspended because of a yellow card he received in the semi-final match against Nigeria. Prior to that, his 3 spectacular goals against Zambia, Congo and Nigeria proved crucial in putting Ghana through to their 7th appearance in a CAN final Euro, and their first final in 10 years. The performance earned him the added nickname of the African Maradona. His solo run goal against Congo in the quarter-finals is often compared to Maradona's second goal against England in the 1986 World Cup. His backheader goal against Nigeria from the edge of the opponent's penalty box also heralded international acclaim. Abedi holds the record for most appearances at the Nations Cup finals, his record even surpassing the legendary Roger Milla of Cameroon. He made his first appearance at the 13th Nations Cup finals in Libya in 1982 and for the next 16 years continued to grace the most prestigious football tournament on the continent, first as a member of Ghana's squad rising to become captain in 1991. Aside from his acclaimed exploits at the 1992 competition, Abedi also earned much acclaim for his 3 goals at the 1996 competition Euro, where he led Ghana to the semi-finals of the competition despite critics expecting him to be in the twilight of his career. At the club level, he was a key figure in Olympique de Marseille's dominance of the French Ligue Euro, resulting in 4 league championships and 2 European Champions League finals appearances. An attacking midfielder, Abedi became as famous for his sublime dribbling skills as he did for his knack for scoring spectacular and often very important goals. Many such goals became regular goals of the week on ITN's weekly European football program. At Marseille, he was a member of the team's magical trio, along with Jean-Pierre Papin and Chris Waddle, a Euro spearheading perhaps Europe's strongest league side of the early 1990s. Abedi was the only remaining member of the trio still with the side when Marseille defeated Milan in the 1993 UEFA Champions League final in Munich. Ayew has the singular honor of participating in more FIFA-organized charity matches than any other African player. He is very popular in many African countries, especially the French-speaking countries because of his exploits in France. In countries such as Nigeria and South Africa, football fans still wear T-shirts bearing his name. He has become one of the continental Euro unregistered trademark's most respected and important ambassadors. Abedi Pele is a member of FIFA's Football Committee, and of the player status committees of both FIFA and CAF. That explains why the South African FA made him a spokesperson for their 2006 World Cup bid. Abedi is considered one of the best players in world history not to have appeared at the FIFA World Cup, and perhaps the greatest African football player ever. In appreciation of Abedi's devout services to the country, the Ghanaian government awarded him the country's highest honor, the Order of the Volta. He thus becomes the first Ghanaian sportsman to be so honored. On January 29, 1997, the first UEFA-CAF Meridian Cup All-Star match between Europe and Africa was played in SL Benfica's Estadio da Luz in Lisbon, Portugal, and was televised in 100 countries worldwide, including 30 in Africa, for an audience of 60 million viewers. Former Olympique de Marseille midfielder Abedi Pele was on target with a stunning goal early in the first half and, after Vincent Gueye copyright Rin had equalised for Europe just before half-time, it was the 1998 African Player of the Year, Mustafa Hadi, who struck Africa Euro unregistered trademark's 78th minute winner in the 2-1 win. After retirement, CAF UEFA All-Star, in 2001, the UEFA-CAF Meridian Cup All-Star match format was changed slightly for the second All-Star match to bring together great players aged between 35 and 45 who now revel in their Euro veteran Euro unregistered trademark status and play the game purely for pleasure. The squad sparked off memories of great footballing moments at club and international level. Football ambassador, in June 2001 he was nominated by the present government of Ghana to serve as the next chairman of the FA, an opportunity he later gave up for a more experienced former coach of Ghana, for which in his own words said that this was to be an opportunity to learn from his superiors. At present he owns a second division club, called Nania FC, with the future hopes of nurturing the young talent to augment the fledgling league of the country. He has also been involved with various charity work across the continent. Controversy: he was recently embroiled in a serious alleged second division promotion playoff bribery scandal for which the Football Association found him and others guilty. The guilty verdict attracted fines and suspensions of Abedi and others, but these have been quashed by the Appeals Committee of the Football Association after determining that there were irregularities in the initial judgment of the Ghana Football Association. The allegations stem from an astonishing 31-0 victory recorded by his club, Nania FC, over a much-respected Kwa United side. A similarly farcical 28-0 result was recorded in another second division match played between Great Mariners and Tude Mighty Jets on the same weekend. The clubs involved in that second division promotion playoff Zone 3 match were also investigated and subject to the prospect of stiff penalties and demotions. Despite his vehement denials, Abedi had been chastised by some members of the Ghanaian media, who were demanding that strong punitive actions be taken against him, by Ghana's football governing body as well as the legal system. His wife Abedi Ayew was on November 3, 2008 banned from football against this manipulations scandal. Domestic league statistics. Major honours and awards. Club Olympique de Marseille, French Division 1 winner, 1990 Euro 91, 1991 Euro 92, 1992 Euro 93, UEFA Champions League winner, 1992 Euro 93, European Cup finalist medal, 1990 Euro 91, Al Sadd, Prince of Qatar Cup winner, 1983, Al Ain FC, AFC Champions League, 3rd place, 1999, President's Cup, 1999, Pro League, 1999-2000. International Ghana, African Cup of Nations winner, 1982, African Cup of Nations finalist medal 1992, West African Nations Cup Euro SCSA Zone 3 winner, 1982, 1983, 1984, 1996 African Cup of Nations 4th place, individual, FIFA 100, Order of the Volta Euro highest Ghana National Award, African Footballer of the Year winner, 1991, 1992, 1993, FIFA World Player of the Year, 9th 1992, nomination 1991, African Player of the Century by IFFHS 3rd. Top 30 African footballers in the last 50 years, 2007, 5th place, African Footballer of the Year nominations, 1985, 1986, 1987, 1988, 1989, 1990, FIFA All-Star Forward, 1992, 1993, 1996, 1997, 1999, 1992 African Nations Cup Player of the Tournament, Golden Ball winner, BBC African Footballer of the Year winner, 1991, African Cup of Nations appearances, 5 times a Euro 1982, 1992, 1994, 1996. 1998, Ghana Swag Best Colts Player winner, 1978, Most Capped Ghana Player of all time, 73 international caps and 33 goals. On March 26, 2004, he was appointed a WEF Special Envoy for Peace and Development, Ghana Footballer of the Year winner, 1993, Golden Foot Legends Award, 2011. Orders OOTV Civil Division, Order of the Volta. Personal, Abedi is the brother of Abedi Ayew. He is also the father of André Copyright, Jordan, Raheem, Imani, and is married with Maha. 2 of his children André and Raheem represented Ghana in the FIFA 2010 World Cup held in South Africa. Jordan and André represented Ghana in the FIFA 2014 World Cup in Brazil. References. External links, biography.